Lyndon Johnson's wiretaps tell him that Richard Nixon had back-channeled South Vietnamese leaders, encouraging them to bypass the peace talks to blunt the momentum of his rival Hubert Humphrey, who was beginning to soar because he wanted the war to end. That was a surprise to me. Now,
wait, you mean that a political campaign would reach out to a foreign power at the time of a national election to affect that election?
Yes.
Jeez.
Now, what was the thing that most surprised you guys that you uncovered that perhaps you didn't realize going in?
You know, this is, I grew up in Ann Arbor, Michigan in the 1960s. I was draft eligible. I had a high number. I thought I knew a lot about Vietnam, that I would come into this and I would be able to sort of download the wisdom of and every day for 10 years, 10 and a half years, was a daily humiliation for me about what I didn't know. And you know, it comes in quotidian little details, but it also comes in big things, like Ho Chi Minh was not the guy calling the shots in North Vietnam as we all thought. It was somebody else, and so everything was about learning, and that was great because I said, you know, we have to check our baggage as filmmakers, and I lost my baggage like way early on, and every day was sort of adding to something new.
I think, in addition to everything Ken said, which I absolutely agree, what really stuck with me at the end of having lived through this experience with Ken and with our team is just the resilience of human beings to get through this. The scale of this tragedy and the sort of horror of it and the trauma of it was so deep. It was almost too much to take. And yet people, you meet them and they just keep on living and they find a way to tell their story and they find a way to make some meaning. At the end of the film, one of the Vietnamese veterans says, you know, we're trying to ask these questions and we have to make some meaning in this for our lives. And we have to face it. And that's just been a profound sort of life-altering insight that I certainly carry with me from now on.
Particularly with this sense of modern times and the ominous sense of potentially history repeating itself in various ways that one can get watching this in today's climate.
I was just genuinely daily blown away by what was coming in and grateful to have been asked to be a part of it.